For 20 years, I ran. Not to get anywhere, but to keep from feeling what was waiting the moment I stopped. I could never sit still. As a child, I always had to be doing something, and I think that is why I took up running so seriously. I trained hard, partly because I loved it, but partly because if I ran myself tired enough, I could finally sleep. Sleep was always a problem for me. I just learned to manage it by wearing myself out. The pattern held for years, through things that should have stopped me. After brain tumor surgery, I was back at work within 2 months. When my company restructured during the pandemic and I was laid off, I was somehow still busy every single day, out delivering with my new car alongside a friend I had first met when he delivered a parcel to my door. I did not slow down. I doubled the motion. Then, not long after my MBA graduation, a taxi turned into me. The driver denies it to this day, even with video evidence. And this time, the old method stopped working. During recovery, I did not have the luxury of staying busy. The one tool I had always reached for was taken away from me, and in the stillness I could no longer avoid, I saw something I had been hiding from for most of my life. I had mistaken being occupied for being clear. I had kept myself moving fast enough to convince myself I was healing, when I was only outrunning the feeling. It did not help that some friends and loved ones placed their own expectations on me, even quietly dismissing the meditation I later turned to, while I was struggling more than they knew. Here is what I could not see while I was still running. The Dhamma, the law of nature, names this restlessness directly. In Pali, it is called udaka, the agitated mind that cannot settle, that always needs the next task, the next distraction, the next thing to do. It is treated not as a personality quirk, but as one of the main obstacles to a clear mind. The deeper teaching is about what distraction actually does. When an unpleasant feeling arises, we try to escape it. We stay busy, we entertain ourselves, we reach for anything that fills the space. This feels like relief, but the teaching is precise about the cost. Distraction does not remove the difficult feeling. It suppresses it, pushing it down below the surface where it keeps reacting out of sight. The old conditioning does not dissolve, it multiplies. The sources describe it as a sleeping volcano, gathering pressure underground until it erupts with greater force than before. Modern psychology found the same edge. The psychologist Daniel Wegner showed that deliberately trying not to think about something makes the thought rebound stronger, an effect he called ironic process. What you push away does not leave. It waits, and it grows. The counter is not another distraction. It is sati, the trained ability to observe what is actually happening in the body, in the present moment, without running, to feel the thing you have been avoiding, and let it be there until it loses its grip. Before you can sit with a hard feeling, you have to train the mind to sit with anything at all. The breath is where you practice that. This is the technique that finally gave me the stillness I had been outrunning. You can try it in 10 minutes. First, find the breath. Sit comfortably, back upright, eyes closed. Bring your attention to your natural breath. Do not control it or deepen it. Just feel it come and go. Then narrow to one point. Rest your attention on the small patch where the breath touches, the rim of the nostrils, the skin just above the lip. Feel the air, slightly cool coming in, slightly warm going out. One point, one simple thing. Soon, the mind will dart off to the to-do list, a worry, the next thing to do. Notice it. That darting is the restlessness itself, the exact habit that kept me moving for 20 years. Seeing it is not failure. Seeing it is the practice working. Then come back. Gently, without frustration, return your attention to the breath. It does not matter that the mind wandered. It matters that you returned. The returning is the repetition. That is how the muscle is built. Finally, let it settle. Do this again, and something shifts. The pull to be doing something loses its urgency. The mind, given one quiet place to rest, slowly stops thrashing. You discover you can be still without being empty. When the time ends, sit quietly for a moment. You have just done the opposite of what I did for 20 years. Instead of running, you stayed. I am writing these articles to encourage you to pick up a skill, a kind of healing balm for the difficult times. Meditation is the tool I wish I had learned far earlier, a way to observe yourself, to stay present, to protect your own mental health, and to carry yourself and the people you love through the hard seasons. And if everything is good for you right now, it is still good to learn something. The volcano is quietest before it wakes. The Middle Path is a biweekly newsletter on practical Dhamma. Ancient teachings, lived application, no religion required.